All right, people. So look, man. I want to talk about Jeremy and Chelsea. Okay, and the reason why I want to talk about this is because she's a perfect example of attracting people who validate your self opinion, whether positive or negative. If you meet someone who makes you feel like you have a positive self opinion, but you deep down have a negative self opinion, you're gonna find them boring. And you're gonna leave them. You're gonna leave them for someone who treats you like shit simply because they reinforce and validate how you feel about yourself. And in this case, it's a negative self-opinion. Chelsea was dating this one guy named Trevor, right? And Trevor, well, she was talking to him. Trevor was honestly a perfect match for her, right? And the reason why I said that is because at least logistically, he was not in a triangle. And he expressed how much he liked her. He validated her. And if you guys watched the video of Chelsea in the past, you'll know that Chelsea is a highly insecure person and she needs constant validation. And the funny thing is that she literally said no to the guy who validated her and said yes to a situation where she was fighting for his attention because he was seeing another woman. Right, and let's listen to this because this is fascinating.
If he was first, that Chelsea would have said yes to him. What is your reaction to that? And do you think that maybe Trevor was better suited for Chelsea? I know the two of you are friends.
Well, to start, no chance she would have said no to him. Or sorry, to start, no chance she would have said yes to him. Like, you know when you know.
First of all, he was a better looking guy. Trevor, he knew what he wanted. He expressed his love, his desire for her, and it wasn't enough for her. And this is the thing. Actually, I really believe that some people are always trying to validate how they feel about themselves. In other words, if you feel positively about yourself, you're going to be attracted to people who make you feel positive about yourself. It's as simple as that, because that's what you know. You're comfortable with that, and humans naturally gravitate towards people who reinforce what they feel, whether it's positive or negative. And Chelsea, from the videos that we've watched and her fights with Jimmy, you'll know that she needs validation all the freaking time, man. She is consistently in need of validation. And
I want to go to the altar. I can't.
Right, and the reason why she consistently needs validation is because she just feels insecure. Right, it's naturally to feel insecure. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, I don't.
What? You should. You should know why you want to marry the other guy. Hello, you don't know why you want to marry him?
Yeah. He is the good guy. He is the guy that actually likes her and tells her. The other guy, Jimmy, acts more uncertain with her. The other guy, Jimmy, doesn't know what he wants. In fact, the other guy, Jimmy, is in a love triangle. And this is what I'm telling you. He's in a love triangle with another woman. And this is what makes Chelsea gravitate towards him. And let's remove this because I want to explain this a little bit further. Look, some people think they want to be happy, right? Some people think they want to find a perfect relationship, but the truth is, people unconsciously want to validate their self-opinion. Everyone does, positively or negatively. Chelsea, if you guys watched a lot of her videos, you'll know that she's highly insecure. She's always comparing herself to other women. Like she was always looking at the black girl's butt all the time and saying how she got it that big. You know, she compared herself to Megan Fox. Let me show you a part where she says that unnecessarily, by the way.
Look like
I don't even know if it's MGK's wife or his girlfriend.
Look at his face.
Megan Fox.
She thinks she looks like Megan Fox. Why would you tell somebody that?
Well, she's telling him that because she wants to win him over from the other woman, right? And the thing about people who are insecure is that, in my opinion, what she wanted to do, she wanted to beat the other woman. She wanted to beat the other woman so that she could feel good about herself. She wanted to beat the other woman so that her self-esteem through competition could feel better about herself. Her being loved by someone is not enough. It seems like it. It seems like she needs way more validation than the normal person. It's a highly aggressive desire that she has. And unfortunately for people like this, they will attract the type of person that validates how they feel. And she's attracting someone who doesn't make her feel good about herself, who consistently makes her feel insecure. When she could have had the guy that made her happy, that went out of his way to express how much he likes her, she went for a guy who was choosing between her and somebody else. And you got to realize, when you're in competition, naturally your self-esteem feels a little low. This is the thing, is that sometimes people have like a thermostat, right? There's like a self-esteem thermostat. If it reaches a certain threshold, if it reaches a certain level positively, you unconsciously put yourself in situations where your self-esteem goes back to the normal, comfortable level that you have. And now you may not be consciously aware of that, but your body is used to certain states of minds. Your body is used to certain situations, and your body will gravitate to the situation it's always been used to. It's like a slave mentality, right? It's like people, or for example, prison, right? People who go to prison will tell you when they get out, a lot of them go back in prison because they were just comfortable in the routine. They got comfortable being in prison. Some people are just comfortable being miserable, are comfortable feeling bad about themselves. And so what they unconsciously do is that they just attract people who make them feel bad about themselves. And there's plenty of people who are willing to do that. And whenever you meet someone who's good for you, you're just going to find them boring. Your attraction switches, the wiring in your brain about what's good for you or not, has been completely off kilter. It's completely off kiltered, decalibrated. And people like this, if they continually live their lives like this, will continually attract situations that are not good for them. And the sad part is that it's unconscious. It's unconscious. They have little control over this. And the only way to fix this is to completely isolate yourself from all of the stimulation, so that you could look at your inner wiring with more clarity. And that means meditation, so that you could observe the mechanisms, observe the unconscious thought process, observe the unconscious pleasure in the pain that you experience, pleasure in the drama. Because this is the thing, once you become conscious of the inner saboteur that she has or you have, once you become conscious of that, it loses the grip over you. But the problem is that if you keep blaming other people for why you keep having bad relationships, you're never really going to get at the core problem. You're never really going to look at yourself. You're never really going to feel the need to observe within yourself, so that you can make those unconscious reactions conscious. So your ego is smart and says, if I just divert this person's attention from me onto somebody else, they'll never figure me out. They'll never see that there's something inside of you sabotaging you, and that people are not mean in general. You're just attracted and unconsciously attracted to people that are not good for you. I'm telling you, man, she literally chose somebody who was who was like in a love triangle, when she could have just been happy with Trevor. That's the part that blows my mind. Let's watch this quickly.
Mind that things would turn out the way that they did.
Was there a doubt that they would turn out that way? I honestly forgot that Chelsea was talking to other guys in the pods. Like, I don't know. You're so like honed in on the person that you want to marry that you forget it's almost like a competition. And so I was fairly confident going in. And yeah, I was definitely like shocked when I went in, and the first words out of Chelsea's mouth, I could tell that, oh, like Jimmy already proposed to her. This is how it's going to go. But
and guys, yeah, and this is the thing. This is why nice guys finish last, right? And personally, he dodged the bullet. Right? Because she is not emotionally stable, and I really wish the best for her. I really wish she finds the art of meditation in her life, so that she can learn to slay those creepy demons, right? But this is what a lot of women tend to do in their lives, man. Like a lot of the times they get mad that they don't meet the right guy, but the problem is that you have such low self-esteem that you don't notice that if a guy makes you feel happy, if they completely validate you, you're gonna get bored. If they don't bring drama, if they don't bring toxicity, you're gonna be bored. Some people are just used to feeling bad about themselves, and then if you make them feel good, they're gonna leave you. You know, like it's just how it is. It's backwards. It makes no sense, but that's just human nature. Humans gravitate towards what they are currently unconsciously feeling about themselves, and the only way to break that pattern is to become conscious of that pattern. But you cannot become conscious of that pattern if you keep blaming other people, if you keep thinking that it's bad luck that I'm attracting bad people, it's bad luck that I'm always in these shitty situations. Once you start taking responsibility and start looking within yourself and to say, what is it about me that causes me to be attracted to these types of people? Once you do that, it's the beginning of the end of that mental pattern. It's the beginning of the end. Because once you have self-awareness, the self-awareness will make you see how crazy your decision making is. Let's read some of these comments, right? Because they're really relevant. Chelsea was too busy competing with the pretty girl Jessica. Jimmy and Chelsea is no. Trevor has to know he dodged one. Chelsea was silly. Why would you pick a man who you were the second choice for? Self-sabotage is real. Exactly. She's just not a smart woman. And Trevor is so selfish. Hey, don't talk about my boys, Trevor. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Trevor, why? Exactly. Chelsea said that she looks like Megan Fox. You cannot misguide people like that. Well, because she was just trying to win a competition. She was in the little Olympics, you know, like she was just competing. Her desire wasn't really love. It was just getting validation. You know, it's the equivalent of guys who has the biggest dick, who has the biggest car. You know, and what do you think you're gonna attract when you do that? You know, it's fascinating, right? How all of this works. Bad relationships usually is just a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself, right? And Chelsea just has a really bad relationship with herself. She doesn't like herself. She feels highly insecure. She's always comparing herself to other women, which is very normal, but there's a certain level of doing it too much. And to me, it shows me that it's at a high level simply because she chose a man who told her she was the second option over a man who prioritized her. And this is why some nice guys get pissed off at women, because they see stuff like this where the guy's actually a great guy and even better looking, and she goes after the guy whom she has to compete for, which is honestly, that's called pre-selection. That's human nature. Humans naturally gravitate towards people who are attracted to them. You know, maybe Trevor should have told her he had his own little Melissa on the side anyways, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Never blame people for your shitty relationships. Always look at yourself. It'll always eventually end up helping you if you just start looking at how you are attracted to this type of toxicity. Some people are just attracted to mess. And the thing is that this attraction to unhappiness is not conscious. It's just not conscious. It's not. It's not conscious. Even in Buddhism, they say that the source of your unhappiness is your attachment to pleasure and your attachment to pain. People genuinely love suffering. Like, it's a real thing. And that's why, for example, if I meet someone and they have low self-esteem, and they have a very negative self-opinion about themselves, I can't be with you, because the only way for you to be interested in me is if I'm an asshole to you. Remember that cannibal girl I told you about? That one time she really didn't eat people, but she wanted to eat like a piece of meat of human. Anyway, she stopped texting me one day, and then she responded like a few months later. I was like, yo, don't fucking talk to me. Like, don't fucking talk to me, okay? Like, I've been very nice to you, and you just ghost. Now, don't talk to me no more. Bye. Find somebody else. And then she was like, ooh, toxic. And I'm like, what the fuck? These fucking cannibal bitches are crazy. And she was like, ooh, let's hang out. I'm like, all right, let's go. Yeah, Father Alex is toxic too. Yo, she was a bad bitch, man. She was bad. She still right now. She's bad as fuck, man. Bad as fuck, man. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org by clicking on the description down below. Let me know who else you guys want me to break down in the Love is Blind series. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.